I bonked. Simple as that. I had nothing. There was just absolutely nothing in the legs and there was nothing I could do. Good morning everyone. Sunday morning, it's about 5 a.m. Was supposed to be heading about an hour's north this morning to run a 50-kilometre trail race up on the Sunshine Coast, but yesterday that event was called off. We've had a lot of rain here over the past 2 weeks and organisers were just a little bit concerned that access may not be safe for emergency crews or support crews to the runners. So it was a safety first approach from the organisers, and at the end of the day, safety does come first. That event's been put off for a week, so it's on next weekend. Not sure whether I'm going to be able to run it because of work. So instead, heading about 30 minutes south this morning, going down to Daisy Hill with Matt, and we're just going to run some trails down there for a few hours. It'll be probably nice and muddy after all the rain that we've had. So today's long run will be the end of week 1 of the UTA base building phase. So after this morning's run, guys, I'll go through the week that was. Let's go running.
Should have more colour.
More colour? Look how misty it is. Yeah, isn't it? Green really pops off the rain, isn't it? Colour. Yep. Wet now. Holy moly. Humidity is a killer this morning. Whew. Just over 7k in and whew, feel like I've had 10 showers. Ah, so peaceful. Hey guys. How's it going, mate? Good, how you going?
Good.
Hey, Cameron. Hey. Morning. Isn't it pleasant?
Lovely. It depends on what your definition of pleasant is. Rolling with sweat like it just ran a marathon? Yeah.
Cicadas are so loud through there. Been through a couple of pockets where it's just almost deafening. Here they go again. Probably just coming down off the highest point in Daisy Hill. I'm feeling it a bit this morning. The heat and humidity is really affecting me. Struggling a little bit. Just on 15k in. So let's keep plodding away. That was one tough run out there on the trails this morning. I bonked. Simple as that. I had nothing. There was just absolutely nothing in the legs and there was nothing I could do. I had plenty of hydration with me and I drank constantly throughout the run. I had a gel at about an hour and a half. It just made no difference. There was just nothing in the body today. So why do we bonk? It can be so frustrating. It leaves you scratching your head, trying to seek solutions as to why it happened in the first place, trying to seek solutions to make sure it doesn't happen again in the future. Now, I've done a little bit of my own research into bonking, and from what I can gather, it happens when the body's glycogen stores in the muscles and liver are depleted and the body starts to fatigue and burn fat. I'm no expert on this subject, and what I've learned about bonking is from my own research. And I would suggest that if you are having problems with bonking, please get some expert advice to find out what's going on. Some causes for bonking include not eating enough carbohydrates to fuel muscles and bodies for longer activity. Guilty. We get carbohydrates from plant foods, primarily fruits, vegetables and grains. Carbohydrates can be broken into two nutrient categories, simple and complex. Complex carbohydrate foods include brown rice, beans, potatoes, sweet potatoes, barley, oatmeal and quinoa, while simple carbohydrate foods include fruits, energy bars, bread, and even some low sugar sports drinks. When your glycogen tank is empty or the glycogen stores are depleted, the body has to turn to converting fat and protein to energy, and this is a much longer and less efficient process. As glycogen stores become depleted, blood glucose becomes an important source of carbohydrate fuel, but this is used almost instantaneously, not ideal for endurance activities. So being well fueled before and during endurance activities is vital to good performance. And as I found out, you can bonk if your hydration strategy is off. When you're dehydrated, everything in the body works less efficiently, meaning you won't be able to digest and absorb those carbohydrates effectively. Now this will impact blood sugar and glycogen stores. And being overhydrated can lead to hyponatremia, low plasma sodium, which can cause nausea, vomiting, headaches, confusion, respiratory distress, and low consciousness. It can even lead to death if untreated. Have a good hydration plan for any endurance activities that you're undertaking. And it's more vitally important during these warmer months when we tend to sweat a lot more. And that's what's happening now with me, middle of summer, sweating bucket loads. And another thing, check your caffeine intake. Caffeine can be an ergogenic aid when taken in appropriate doses, but too much can have a negative consequence on some people. It can cause nervousness, irritability, GI distress, and for some runners, stomach symptoms, dizziness, lightheadedness, and dehydration. So be strategic with your caffeine use. Not the way I wanted to finish week one of this training block, but I have really struggled over the past few weeks with this heat and humidity. And Sunday, I think it was just a culmination of all that. I don't really think I've been paying as much attention to my hydration as I should be. I've been finishing every run absolutely soaked with sweat, and the humidity today was just, it was off the scale, guys. It really was. It was like running through soup. You could almost cut the air with a knife. When we arrived there at Daisy Hill, there was mist. Got out of the car, out of the air conditioning in the car, and it just whoosh, just hit you. And within probably 15 or 20 minutes, Matt and I were just wringing with sweat. It was like that for 2 hours and 45 minutes for the run. There was a lot of walking in the last 45 minutes, and I've got to thank Matt for staying with me because I was gone. I was just completely off my feet. And anyway, we battle on. Week one's done. What I have learned: hydrate, 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 hydrate. It's just so important when it's hot, it's humid. Just got to be really, really careful to make sure that I don't have too many days like today. That was tough. I have not felt like that on a run for, I can't remember when. And I tell you what, I am so glad that that race didn't go ahead today, because there's no way in the world I would have made 50 Ks. All right, let's have a look at Strava, and I'll run through quickly week one of the UTA100 training plan. Monday's always a recovery day for me. Started with a 13 kilometre nice even pace, 5:10, maybe just a little bit quick. Heart rate, average of 125. Moving on to Tuesday, this turned out to be a little progressive run, 12 kilometres, starting out at nice even pace and finishing with a couple of quicker kilometres. And the heart rate, 123 beats per minute on average. Just really quickly, guys, Wednesday, midweek long run, 25 kilometres, nice comfortable pace, 5:18, taking a few walk breaks as well, stop for water. Moving on to Thursday, now this was a day where I took out some new shoes for a test, my first impression, and that video will be coming soon. Just under 14 kilometres at a 5:21 per kilometre average. Friday, 16 kilometres, 5:15 average. To Saturday, now this is where Saturday changed a little bit. Started with a park run on Saturday morning. This was just nice and easy, 8 kilometres all up with a warm up and a cool down, and that was just to be a bit of a leg shakeout for the race the next day. But after this park run, found out that the Hares and Hounds was postponed. So I jumped out and went for another run Saturday afternoon, just under 12 kilometres, 4:53 average. I think I was in some new shoes here again. They'll also be first impression video coming soon. And that actually gave me the 100 kilometres for the week. And then, as you've seen, today's, I won't call it a disaster, it was just probably a learning curve where I need to pay more attention to my body and what's going on with it, plus also the conditions that I'm running in. Week one done, what was that? 123.63 kilometres. Happy with that. If you've made it all the way through to the end of this video, I really do appreciate it. Make sure if you have enjoyed this video that you give it a thumbs up. Likes, comments on videos really do help the channel to grow. I'm out of here now. I'll catch you in the next video. Remember, run 3, run happy, and I'll see you then.